Hello, guys. Good evening.
Hi, teacher. Hi,
Good,
compañero.
good evening, teacher.
Good evening.
So thank you very much for the ones that are already here on time. Thank you so much for that. So I want to know if you can listen to me. Can everyone listen to me?
Yes, I can listen.
Okay, thank you so much for confirming, Rodrigo. So I see that we have, or I see that some of your classmates are connecting. Welcome, Melissa, and I see Andrea. She's here with us today. Thank you very much for being connected on the call. So as usual, guys, what we're going to do is that I'm going to ask you questions regarding to the previous topic, okay? So now let me see, let me just check the information here. All right, so what do you guys remember about yesterday's class? What was yesterday's class about? What was that about?
I remember the different parts of the house.
Excellent. Different parts of the house. So we're talking about a little bit of vocabulary there. So as usual, I am going to ask you questions, okay? Just for me to verify if you were able to understand what we saw. Question for everyone. How do we say sala?
Living room.
Living room. Thank you very much, Rocio. How do we say dormitorio? Let me see, Luis Chavez. How do we say that? Dormitorio.
Bedroom.
Bathroom. Correct. Now, how do we say, let me see. Comedor. How do we say that? Luis Montano, I'm sorry. Comedor. How do we say that? Luis Montano, are you there?
Good evening.
Good evening. So how do we say comedor? How do we say that?
Corredor.
No, that's,
Comedor me dijo.
yeah, comedor. How do we say that?
Quiero ver, no me acuerdo. Soy honesto.
Someone else has an idea? Does someone else have an idea? How do we say comedor? Rocio.
Dinner room.
Pretty much. We say dining room. Just pretty much. We're really close. Now, let me see. I need you to have right now, necesito que todos tengan lápiz. I need you to have pen and pencil and paper right now. Why? Because we are going to do an activity. Vamos a hacer una actividad in which I'm going to verify if you paid attention about the vocabulary that we saw yesterday. So please, whenever you're ready, let me know so I can start. Cuando estén listos, me lo hacen saber so I can start, okay?
Ready.
Ready. Thanks so much, Andrea. What about the others?
Yes, I'm ready.
Ready. Thank you very much, Rodrigo.
Ready.
Ready, Luis, okay. Luis Montano, thank you very much. What about Claudia, Tony, Melissa, Rosito, and Luis Chavez? Ready, Luis Chavez?
Yes, teacher. Ready.
Good, excellent. Tony Romero, are you there? Tony, I see that you connected, veo que te conectas, but I don't know if you're there, because every single time that I ask you to participate, you never say anything. So I don't know, I really don't know if you're there. So, I see that everyone is ready. So, vamos a tener 10 palabras. So we're going to have 10 words. And with those 10 words, what we're going to do, I will say it in Spanish, lo voy a decir en español, and you write it in English. So then what I need you to do is to take a picture, tomar una imagen, or you know, like a photograph or something, and send it through the WhatsApp group, okay? Y enviar al grupo de WhatsApp. You will have only 1 minute. Cuando terminemos la última, van a tener 1 minuto para poderle enviar. Is it clear? ¿Está claro?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, teacher.
All right, so we're going to start right now. So, let's see. Word number 1, palabra número 1. Baño. 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 I will repeat each word. Voy a repetir cada palabra 3 veces, okay? Now, let's go to word number 2. Vamos a pasar a la número 2. Let's see. Cochera. 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 All right, so we're going to move on to, nos vamos a mover a número 3. Number 3. Ático. 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 Now, we're going to move on to number 4. Nos movemos al número 4. How do we say, cómo le llamamos al inodoro? Inodoro. How do we say that? Inodoro. 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 All right. Now let's move on to number 5. Write, please. Let's see. Sótano. 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 Okay. Now we move on to the next one. Move to the next one and we have chimenea. 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 That's number 6. This is la número 6, I guess, correct? Number 6. How many do we have right now? Do we have 6? How many do we have, guys? Hello? Hello, can you listen to me?
Yes, teacher.
How many
teacher.
do we have? How many do we have right now?
6.
6.
4.
6, okay. Let's move on then to number 7. Let's see. Puerta. Puerta. Puerta.
Door.
Now, let's move on to number 8. Movemos a la número 8, number 8. And we have guardarropa. Guardarropa. Guardarropa.
Wardrobe.
Yes, so Christian, but now we're doing an activity, Christian. You were not here, that's why you're kind of lost. Number 9. Let's go to number 9. And how do we say almohada? Write it. Almohada. Write it. Almohada.
Pillow.
And now the last one, la última, to everyone. How do we say? Let me see. Lavadora. Lavadora. So now we have 10. Lavadora is the last one. So we have 10. You have 1 minute right now. Tienen un minuto to take a picture para tomar una fotografía and send it through the WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay, I guess I received some of you already.
Teacher, solo una consulta.
Yes.
Me quedó duda. Solo sería una foto de cualquiera de las cosas que acaba de repetir.
Yes. Solamente una fotografía de las 10 palabras. Si las 10 no las sabías y solo te sabías 2, it's okay. Solamente esas 2. All right.
Teacher, yo acabo de llegar, solo escuché algunas, no sabía que había que anotarlas. Yo pensé que
Yes.
solo traducirlo.
Yes, Christian, it's okay. Don't worry. It's okay, I understand. I see that you just connected. So, I just received one. Recibí una, pero dice Andrea. Okay, Andrea. I received Rosillo. I received Rodrigo Mendoza. I received Melissa.
Teacher, y yo en ese grupo de WhatsApp estoy.
I think
Creo
so.
que no, porque no me aparece.
Generalmente cuando te envían la información en el correo, te envían el link para accesar a la WhatsApp. Probablemente no has accesado todavía.
Creo que sí, eso no lo vi.
Yes, you have to access to the link that you have on the email, and automatically will redirect you to the WhatsApp group that we have. So I just received some of you. I'm still missing, todavía no he recibido el de Claudia María. I haven't received yours. No he recibido el de Luis Montano. Y aún no he recibido el de Tony. And then the others, I already received them. Solo tengo 4 personas. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Solamente 4 personas. De 9 que debería de haber recibido ya. So, okay, I received Claudia already. Okay, Claudia, thank you very much. I just received that. And okay, I'm still missing. Aún no veo el de Luis Montano. Luis, what's going on? Andrea. Oh, yeah, Andrea, yes. Yours is here. I'm sorry.
Yo estoy buscando el correo para agregarme al grupo, teacher.
Okay, Luis. Who is this person? I really don't know. ¿De quién es el número 7468? Whose number is that?
It's mine, teacher.
Oh, it's yours. Okay, okay. I understand. So Montano, I received it. Okay, good. Thanks so much, Luis Montano. So I guess right now we're just missing, solo nos falta el de Luis, but he said that he's looking for the email so he can find that out. All right, so thank you very much, guys. Thank you, I do appreciate that. I see that, well, you're very smart. Aunque son muy callados, pero he visto que la mayoría de ustedes son bastante inteligentes, so that's good. So I'm gonna check those pictures for tomorrow and just for me to verify how well you're doing with the vocabulary. So for today, guys, of course, the topic is going to be something different. Today, we're going to learn a little bit of grammar. And we are going to see something that we call, let me see, just let me just try to verify that presentation here. My computer today is kind of slow, so
Vaya, teacher, yo creo que así es. Yo le mandé
let me
una
see, let me
picture.
just check right now. Because I felt, oh, no, I just see a door. Lo que veo es una fotografía de una puerta, Luis. So that's not you. That's not the homework. I can see a picture of a door, but not the practice actually. So I don't know what happened there. So as I was saying, guys, today we're gonna see some quantifiers. That's what I wanted to say. The class for today is gonna be focused on some quantifiers. Probably some of them, you already know them. I'm pretty sure about it. Or if you don't know them, you have probably heard about it. So just let me share the screen with you so you can have an idea what I'm talking about. Also, we are going to see a topic that we call it in grammar, zero article, el artículo cero. So we're going to try to understand that, but I would like to know, can you guys see the presentation right now in your screens? Can you see the presentation?
Yes, I
Yes.
can see.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and share here. Now, as you can see, today we're going to see a, an, some, any, and, of course, zero article. That's gonna be today's class. So, have you ever heard, alguno de ustedes alguna vez ha escuchado del a, an, some, and any? Do you have any idea about that? Or what
Yes.
do you think that, what do you think that is?
Uno, unos, algunos.
Okay, that's good. Yes, that's pretty much it. So, as you can see, guys, we haven't even felt, no se han sentido 6 clases y ya llevamos 6. Remember that this module, el módulo solo consiste de 16 clases. So, ya vamos pretty much in the middle. Ya vamos casi a la mitad. So, by the way, are you guys working on the platform? ¿Sí están trabajando en la plataforma?
Yes, I do.
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Good.
teacher.
Thank you very much, Rocio. Thanks for the others too. So, Rocio, can you do me a favor? Can you help me reading this part here and the two examples? Go ahead, please, Rocio.
Okay. A and. We use a and articles with singular countable nouns. My brother has a dog and my sister has a cat. There is an accident on the corner.
On the corner. Okay. So we don't say Rocio, we say a, or you can say in some other context, but in this one normally we say a. So we use a and articles with singular countable nouns. So we have my brother has a dog, my sister has a cat, there is an accident on the corner. Okay, so those are general examples that we have. Now, let me see, Luis Chavez. Can you help me, Luis Chavez, reading the first part of the letter A?
Go, teacher. ¿De qué parte, teacher? Perdón.
This part here. Here. Can you see the pointer?
No, no lo logro ver.
Here, I mean. No?
Use when the next words start with a consonant sound.
Okay.
Above, a guitar, frames, university.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we stop it there. So I will explain you that later on. So we say that we're going to use the letter A when the next word starts with a consonant sound. Cuando la palabra que inicie con un sonido de consonante or una consonante. For example, we have a book, a guitar. No es guitar, es guitar. A guitar, a friend, a university. Now, se preguntarán por qué university, si university no empieza con una consonante, sino que con una vocal. University. ¿Qué es lo
Por
que?
la regla, teacher.
Yeah, there's a
La regla
rule.
dice sonido de consonante.
Excellent, there you go. Sonido de consonante. So when we say university, we are making the sound. Estamos haciendo el sonido de la letra Y. Like you. University. So it sounds, como dice acá, the start of the word, university sounds like you. Como un you, like a consonant sound, como un sonido de consonante. So, even though, aunque, starts with the letter U, y cualquiera se podría confundir, but there, here we use the letter A. So, because of the sound. So, we say a university. So, we cannot say an university. Why? Because of, por cuestiones de fonética, we cannot say that. So, we just have to say a university. Those are just some exceptions that we have. And in this case, the word university is an exception, of course. Now, let's see, Rodrigo, can you help me with N?
Yes, of course. And is used when the next word starts with a vowel sound. An apple, an ice cream, an orange, an or.
Okay, now, as it says, it's used when the word or when the next word starts with a vowel sound, con un sonido de vocal. Now, also we have another exception, tenemos otra excepción, the word hour, hora. Why? Because as it says here, the letter H in this word is silence. La H en esta oración o en esta palabra es silencioso, so it doesn't make a sound. So el sonido que hacemos es de una vocal. For example, an apple, an ice cream, an orange, an hour, hour. As you see, we say the letter A, hour. So that's the reason why we do not use a hour. We cannot say that. Why? Because we will have, tendríamos two vowels at the same time. So that's a reason why we cannot say something like that. And this word, university, plus the word hour, these two words are exceptions. So we have to keep that in mind, and we never have to forget those, okay? Just in case we have something like an exam or something like that, it will be easier for you to remember that those two are exceptions. Now, we're going to move on, and he will have some other things about the determines, and here we have the main thing. It's just that I moved a little. Now, I would like to have your help, Melissa. Can you help me please reading the first 4 lines, las primeras 4 líneas? Go ahead, please, Melissa.
Okay. We use some and any with plural nouns and uncountable nouns. Some is generally used in positive sentence. Any is generally used in negative sentence.
Okay, good. As it says there, the word some, generally, casi siempre, siempre, si no es que there's some exceptions, of course, hay algunas excepciones that we're going to see later on, but for the moment, I need you to focus that the word some, we are going to use it only for positive sentences, and any for negative sentences, okay, negative. So take that into consideration. Now, Omar, can you help me, Omar, reading the first 2 examples?
Okay, teacher. I have some information for you about flights to Paris. Positive and countable. I don't have any information for you about flights to Paris. Negative and countable.
Good. That was a good pronunciation, Omar. So we have that. These 2 words are going to be used for plural nouns and uncountable nouns. So in the first one, tenemos una oración positiva. And that's the reason why, y es la razón por la cual estamos usando some. Why? Because as I said here, some is going to be used for positive. Then, tenemos la misma oración, but now with the difference that is going to be negative. And since we have the negative, automatically, we are going to change the word some for the word any. So we say, I don't have any information. What is the noun? ¿Cuál es el sustantivo aquí? Information. ¿Por qué es incontable? Because we cannot count information. No podemos contar la información. So that's why it is an uncountable noun. Now, I would like to listen to Andrea. Andrea, help me with this one and this one here. Number 3 and number 4. Andrea Presa.
Perdón, estaba en mute. We met some friends for drinks after work yesterday. I didn't see any tree there on Thursday.
Okay, that's good. Now, we have the same thing. We have another example in which now is different. Why? We are not using here an uncountable noun. Here, we are using a countable noun. What is the noun? Friends. Why do we say that is countable? ¿Por qué decimos que es contable? Because I can say that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 friends. So I can count my friends. So it is positive, some. It is negative, any. So those are only examples that we have for you to kind of remember about some and any. Now, I would like to listen to Carlos Argueta. Carlos Argueta, number 5 and number 6.
Okay. I think he will have some time to speak to you today. Positive, uncountable. I don't think he will have any time to speak to you today. Negative, countable, uncountable.
Okay, good. So I guess the idea of positive and negative it's understandable. Creo que estamos entendidos con el positive and negatives and which one we are going to use in each one of them. I guess that's clear. So we're going to move on to another example. And I would like to have Claudia Maria in this part. Help me, Claudia Maria, reading this part right here, la parte de arriba, the part on top.
Okay. Some and easy. La primera no la puedo pronunciar.
Usually.
Usual. Usual.
Usually.
Usually.
Mm-hmm.
Determines, but plural. Uncountable nouns. No, creo que me confundí en eso.
Yeah, so we say usually determine both plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Thank you very much, Claudia. Now let me see. I would like to listen to Christian. Christian, can you help me, Christian, with the examples that we have here?
Okay. Examples. I draw some picture.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't any milk in the refrigerator.
In the refrigerator.
Sí.
Okay. Now we have here pictures, as it says here, plural countable, plural contable. Why? Because I can say, oh, you know what? I have 3 pictures. I have 4 pictures. I have 10 pictures. So it means that we can count them. Now, the noun milk. In English, the noun milk is uncountable. El noun milk es incontable. Why? Solo puedo decir, por ejemplo, si yo digo 2 glasses of milk, 2 vasos de leche. In that case, sí puedo decir que son 2 vasos. Esos 2 vasos sí los puedo contar. But milk, by itself, por sí misma, is a noun well, it is always going to be uncountable. Siempre va a ser incontable. Now we're going to move on to this one. Once again, it says use any in negative sentence and in questions. Ahora ya le agregamos otra cosa. Any ya no solo va a ser, is not only going to be used in negatives. Now we are also going to use it for questions. Lo vamos a utilizar ahora también para preguntas. Now, we have an example right here. Negative. He doesn't need any stamps. Questions. Do you have any friends in Chicago? Another one. Is there any pollution in your city? So every single time now that we have a negative and a question, we will have to use any for those 2 things. Negative sentences and questions. Now, do you have any questions so far? ¿Alguna pregunta hasta el momento?
Teacher, bueno, se lo voy a preguntar en español.
Go ahead.
Según lo que entendí, el any, bueno, se va a utilizar para plural nouns y también para uncountable y también se va a utilizar en preguntas, así como ese ejemplo.
Exactly, like that.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, thanks.
Good. That's a good question, Rodrigo. Anyone else has another question? ¿Alguien más tiene otra?
Perdón, yo solo quisiera, si puede poner por favor la lámina anterior a esta.
Sure. This one.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So now we're gonna move on, and here I need you to pay attention, guys. Necesito que prestemos atención en esta parte. Why? Because our exceptions son las excepciones that are a little bit confusing, que son un poquito confundibles. So we have to pay attention on those details. Now, for example, sabíamos que some lo utilizamos para, we use some for what?
Para los contables.
Countable, and for what? What type of sentence? ¿Qué tipo de oraciones?
Positive.
Positive. Okay, positive sentences. We know that. Can we use some in questions? ¿Podemos utilizar some en preguntas? Can we?
Según la regla anterior, solo en.
Any, exactly. That's what we know. Eso es lo que sabemos. So that some únicamente es para positive, in any is for negative and questions. Now, la excepción es la siguiente. I am going to be able, vamos a ser capaces de utilizar some para preguntas en este tipo de situaciones. For example, as it says, use some in questions when offering or requesting. Cuando ofrezcamos o cuando solicitemos algo. In those two situations, en esas dos situaciones, we are going to be able to use some. Vamos a poder utilizar some. That's the exception. Esa es la excepción. Only in these two situations. En estas dos situaciones. For example, if I ask you, would you like some bread? What do you guys understand by that question? ¿Qué entienden por esa pregunta? Would you like some bread?
¿Querías algo de pan?
¿Gustaría algo de
¿Te
pan?
gustaría algo de pan?
Exactly. ¿Te gustaría algo de pan? Would you like some bread? So, en ese caso, yo le estoy ofreciendo a alguien. Let's suppose. Supongamos. Ustedes llegaron a mi casa y yo les pregunto, would you like some bread? ¿Te gustaría algo de pan? I'm asking you, yo le estoy ofreciendo a usted, entonces usted me va a responder si sí o no. So that's why in that specific situation, en esa situación específica, cuando estamos ofreciendo algo, we are going to be able to use some for questions. Okay, now let's see what happens with the next one. Could I have some water? What do you guys understand by that?
Está pidiendo un poco de agua.
Right, you're asking for some water. So in this case, usted está solicitando o pidiéndole algo a alguien. And if that's a question, es una pregunta. So in that situation, you are also going to be allowed to use some. Is it clear? ¿Está claro? Those two situations, las dos situaciones en las que lo podemos usar. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
It's clear.
Good. That's perfect. Now, let's see. Now, we're going to go with any. Nos vamos a mover con any. We said, habíamos dicho, we said before that any was for negative and for questions. So what is the exception? ¿Cuál es la excepción? This one right here. It says, use any in positive sentences when the sense is negative. What does it mean? ¿Qué quiere decir? Que yo lo voy a poder utilizar en oración positiva cuando el sentido de la oración sea negativa. Let's find that out. Vamos a tratar de entender. How is that possible? ¿Cómo es posible? For example, if I say, I refused to give him any money. Yo no veo aquí ningún auxiliar, right? No hay ningún auxiliar que me diga que esta oración es negativa. Right? Correct? Estoy en lo correcto. Am I correct? Or do
No hay
you guys...
auxiliar, pero hay una palabra, teacher.
Mm-hmm.
El refuse es negativo.
Yes, exactly. But according to grammar, algo gramaticalmente, si yo la veo, no habría nada que me diga que es negativa. Why? Because en simple vista, en a simple view, yo no veo ningún auxiliar que me esté haciendo ningún negativo, no veo ni la palabra not, nothing. So we could think, podríamos pensar, oh, you know what, that's positive. So automáticamente dijéramos, oh, that's positive. And the teacher said that we cannot use any for positive. But as Rosillo said, when I said, I refuse, me rehuso. So automáticamente, automatically, le estoy dando un sentido negativo a la oración, aunque todo pareciera que está positivo. Is that clear? ¿Está claro?
Yes, teacher.
Prácticamente, teacher, ahí la clave sería también la palabra refuse, ¿verdad? Que da a entender que es algo negativo, aunque no, el auxiliar no sea don't
Exactly.
o doesn't, ejemplo.
Excellent. Yes, that's pretty much.
Okay.
De eso se trata la excepción. Aparentemente, como tú dijiste, no hay ningún auxiliar. No hay don't, no hay didn't, no hay not, nothing. No hay nada que aparentemente me la haga ver como negativa. But el verbo, the verb, automatically is telling me, automáticamente me está diciendo refused. So, me rehuso. Okay? So, those, in that case, in that specific situation, we are going to be able to use any, even though the sentence looks like positive. So, I guess, as everyone said, está claro, it's clear. So, as it says here, means, es como si dijéramos, I didn't give him any money. So this sentence is pretty much the same thing. So if it is clear, si está claro, I am going to move on. Or do you guys have any question? Or does any one of you have any question? No? Well, okay. So I'm going to move on. And we start y empezamos con el zero article, el artículo cero. What is that? Let's find that out. Now, can you help me, Rocio, reading the first part from here until here? Rocio? Well, she disappeared. Rocio, are you there?
Perdón, lo tenía mute, teacher.
Okay, no problem. So help me, Rocio, from here until here. Go ahead.
In English grammar, the term zero article refers to an occasion in speech or greeting where a noun or noun phrase is not preceded by article an, a, an, or the.
Correct. Thank you very much. Now, let me listen to you, Andrea. Help me in this part. Andrea? I think she's not there. Christian, please, can you help me, Christian?
Okay. The zero article is also known as the zero determinant.
Okay, so let me read it now for you. The term zero article refers to an occasion in speech or writing where a noun or noun phrase is not preceded by an article, a, an, or that. A zero article is also known as a zero determiner. Okay, now, let's see, let's move on to this part. ¿Por qué le llamamos artículo cero? Why? Le llamamos artículo cero because we are going to omit. Vamos a omitir lo que ya vimos anteriormente. No vamos a utilizar a, an, or that. Se omite. Have some rules. Tenemos unas reglas. So we're going to start with the first one. Empezamos with the number 1. It says, we use no article, no utilizamos el artículo with proper names. ¿Qué quiere decir? In English, yo no puedo decir a Sarah or the Sarah, la Sara. Like in Spanish, español sí tenemos esa maña de decir el Cristian, for example, or el Rodrigo, or la Rosita. We say it like that. Lo decimos de esa manera. But in English, that doesn't exist. Eso no existe. So, when you mention, cuando usted va a mencionar un nombre propio, a proper name, usted va a tener que omitir el artículo. No va a utilizar ningún artículo. So, we have some examples. It says, Sarah is my cousin. Where is Grandpa Michael? ¿Dónde está el abuelo Michael? You see, no puedo decir where is the grandpa, el abuelo, the Grandpa Michael. In Spanish, repito una vez más, I repeat it, in Spanish makes sense, en español tiene sentido, but in English, it doesn't. Una de las cosas, chicos, para aprender inglés es no traducir todo literalmente del español a inglés. Why? Because some things that we say in Spanish cannot be translated the same way in English. So we got to be careful a little bit on that. Okay? Now, let's see. We have the rule number 2. Tenemos la regla número 2. It says, we use no article with uncountable noun when referring in general. ¿Qué significa esto? Con sustantivos contables, yo no voy a usar artículo, but con la diferencia de que estos estén hablando en sentido general. How is that possible? ¿Cómo es esto posible? For example, if I say, water is an important resource. El agua es un recurso importante. Now, I'm talking in general. Estoy hablando de una forma general. ¿Cómo sería si yo hablo de una forma específica? Let me give you an example. Let me write it down. Lo voy a escribir. The water of Ilopango's lake, let's see. Ilopango's lake is not good. This is just an example. Solo es un ejemplo. Si alguien vive en Ilopango, I'm sorry. But this is just an example. So, it says here, the water of Ilopango lake is not good. ¿Alguien me puede decir qué nos está dando la idea de algo específico?
Está hablando de un lugar.
Specifically, estoy hablando de el agua de un lugar. So, automáticamente ya puedo utilizar un artículo. Why? Porque ya no estoy hablando de manera general. I'm not talking in general. Now I'm talking about something specific. And I'm saying that the water from Ilopango's Lake is not good. Do we understand si entendemos la diferencia entre general and specifically?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, Rocio, now that you said yes, go ahead and help me reading example number 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Fiber is important for the health of the digestive system.
Mhm.
I love democracy. I like listening to music.
Mhm.
She is vegetarian. She is a vegetarian. She doesn't eat meat.
Okay. Now we say fever is an important for the health of the digestive system. I love democracy. I like listening to music. Now, let's see, she's a vegetarian. She doesn't eat meat. Now, let me see. Let me try to verify if you understood this part. ¿Cómo podrían ustedes? Let's think about it. Pensemos un momento. Let's think about it. ¿Cómo haríamos la oración 1, 2, 3, 4, this one? Specific. Aquí está general. I like to listen to music. Now, piensen acerca de una forma de hacerla específica. How would you do that? ¿Cómo lo harían específico? Do you have an idea? ¿Tienen alguna idea?
I like listening the music of piano.
The piano music. Okay, that's good. Thank you very much, Christian. That was an excellent example. Now, we're using the article that. Estamos utilizando el article that because now we are not only talking about music in general. We're talking about piano music. So now we mentioned something different. Okay, now let's move on to the next part and I will need Rodrigo's help with number 3.
Okay. We use no article with plural countable nouns when we are referring in general.
Okay.
Example.
Mhm.
Okay. Examples. Dogs are commonly referred to as man's best friend.
Mhm.
And rich people think and behave differently.
Okay, good. It says dogs are commonly referred to as man's best friend, el mejor amigo del hombre. Now, rich people think and behave differently. Personas ricas piensan y se comportan diferente. Now, there we are using plural countable. Estamos usando contables plurales. But we are omitting the article. Estamos omitiendo el artículo because we're talking about a general way. Estamos hablando de una manera en general. Now, does any one of you have an idea about how to make, cómo hacer sentence number 2 specific? Does any one of you have any idea how to do that? No? If you have an idea, please say it. No idea?
Si mencionamos la raza del perro,
Good. That will be a good example. So we
the
can,
dog, dálmatas.
okay, yeah, the Dalmatas dogs are commonly referred to as man's best friend. That was good, Rocio. Thank you very much. You see, it's not difficult. No es difícil de entender when we're talking about a general and when we're talking about something specific. We just have to think a little bit about it. Solo tenemos que pensar un poquito, and then that is going to give us the idea of what we want to say. Now, is there any question about the zero article? ¿Hay preguntas acerca del zero article so far?
It's clear, teacher.
Clear. So let me see. Nos vamos a ir. We're going to have some exercises. Vamos a tener algunos ejercicios. So just let me share that with you. Okay. So let me listen to. We're going to have a conversation. I am going to show you a conversation. And in that conversation, I will need some people to participate. So let me just get it here. All right, let me just share with the screen with you so you can have an idea of what I'm talking. Here we have, can you see it, guys? ¿Sí lo pueden ver? Can you see the screen?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Good. No. So I would like to have right now Rodrigo and Rocio. Rodrigo and Rocio, you're going to be the first ones. Van a ser, no, you know what? Lo vamos a hacer, vamos a participar todos. So Rocio, you got the first line. Tienes la primera línea. Rodrigo, line number 2. Christian, line number 3. Omar, line number 4. Luis Chavez, line number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then vamos a tener a Claudia. Then we're going to have Carlos Argueta. Then we're going to have Andrea. And we are going to repeat all over again. So después lo vamos a repetir. So let's go. Let's start.
Okay. I am having problems with my computer. Computer.
Good. Thank you very much.
What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with it? Good. Next one.
For some reason, it won't turn on.
Okay. Yeah, it was good. Now let's move on with the next one. Number 4.
Have you checked the connection on your computer?
Good. That was good. Who is the next one?
What connection?
What connections? Good. Who is the next one?
There are cords that connect your computer to power outlet.
Good. Now, can I have Luis Montano?
Will the course, no sé cómo se pronuncia esa.
Keep it.
¿Cómo?
Keep.
Keeps it from turning on.
Or turning on. Now, nos repetimos, Rocío.
Parte yo, teacher.
Oh, Carlos. Yes, go ahead, Carlos.
Is going to on is the core aren't connected.
Connected. Good. Thank you very much, Carlos. Now, repeat it. Go ahead.
I didn't think of that.
Okay.
Try it and see if it works.
Good. Next one. Christian.
I think that I will send.
Omar.
It should work, but let me know if it doesn't.
If it doesn't. Okay, guys, that's gonna be all for today, guys. I appreciate that you were here on the class today, that you were participating. Thank you very much for attending to the class. So do not forget that we have to keep working on the platform, section number 3. So that's gonna be all for today, guys. Thank you very much for that, and see you guys tomorrow. Okay, have a good night, guys.
Okay, teacher.
Bye.
Good
See you
night.
tomorrow.